you also going to be in the mic holder? You are? Are you there?
I can do that too.
No, I mean, I think they have them assigned, don't they?
I'm not sure. I thought it was all under that same.
Oh, okay. Hey, not my decision to make, so whatever they have you doing.
Let me check real quick. I was just ready to go.
No, David and Megan.
Okay.
Just since we were down, since I had to go fix that one room,
Gotcha.
I think a couple of them went home, so I just.
Okay. Gotcha.
New and improved microphone.
Megan's not here anymore, right?
May or may not be an issue. How are you?
Good. You? I just put her up there. I just put her up there. I was like, well, that would be a tragedy if they don't bring her.
High school is like 8 years, probably.
Yeah. I just hit 9 this one. Yeah. We're in this together, man. Appreciate that. Right. Yeah. Say the check 1 2, check 1 2.
Is that your jacket? Yeah. No.
I got a freestyle.
Start singing that.
Kathleen, do you remember who was sitting there that may have left their jacket? Okay. It's all right.
Single game record for Iowa State. Came up short of the school learning.
Yes, so, but I want to make sure the Iowa State record is,
And that one came from Wax.
so it was tied for the most by an ISU player, like, in any game. Okay, okay. No, that's what I thought.
She came up short of the
Pre,
single game record.
did she?
We have it as the most since like 1984. Is that what you have to? Yeah, Tommy Burns. There was like another 41 game. Tommy Burns at 42.
Oh, Tanya.
She was 4 short of our first. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. She was 39 for a while. I thought for sure she was getting without the game. And she was so efficient as well. I was like Tommy Burns.
hi. Yeah, hang on 1 second. I'm going to make that announcement when she's standing here, but I'm going to tell you. I'm supposed to say it when she's here. 41 points, new preliminary round record, third most ever in a Big 12 tournament game. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, It makes sense to me. Whether it makes sense to anybody else, they start asking. We do not have box scores. 24 and 25. Okay, Nathan, I need Sydney Harris from Iowa State, please. And they're on their way. Iowa State, Sydney Harris. Right there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, David.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Would any of y'all like box scores? Thank you. Any of y'all need box scores?
Yes, please.
Because like, sure, thanks. Any of y'all need box scores?
Yeah.
You need one, man? I can get one for you. Thank you.
All right, we're joined by Iowa State head coach Bill Fenley and student athletes Addie Brown and Sydney Harris. Before I turn it over to Coach Fenley, I just want to make this announcement. Addie's 41 points are a new preliminary round record and the third most ever in the Big 12 tournament game, and tied for the most points scored by an Iowa State player since 1984. Coach, I'll let you begin. Comments.
Not bad for a second team all-conference player, I guess would be my first comment. Really proud of our team. Very entertaining game. Obviously, I thought Arizona State was really good. They're hard for us to guard, but I thought our team, offensively, we were as good as we could be. Obviously, Addie had a night that you dream about, but we made a lot of shots in a lot of spots, and just really, really excited, grateful for the folks here, and grateful for our fans, and excited that I get to coach them tomorrow.
All right, questions? Raise your hand, please. Okay, right over here to the left.
Addie, career high in points tonight. What was it feeling like? Seemed like you felt like you had the hot hand.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, tonight just happened to be my night, and I kind of took advantage of that. And you wait on moments like that, and I think my teammates were excited for me, and they're finding me in the right places. So yeah, shout out to them.
It seemed like you took advantage of the mismatch issue. Did you feel that while you were playing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I try and score at 3 levels. I think, I kind of got the 3 going early, so they were, quick to kind of step out there, and felt like I kind of had the mismatch inside, and we ran some plays for that, and I was able to, score off those 2.
All right, front.
Addie, when did you know, like, okay, this could be a really good night? When did you start feeling it?
I don't really know if I remember the exact moment. Probably after the 3rd or 4th 3 went down, I'd say. Yeah.
I think at the end of the game, when you were sinking those 2 free throws, the crowd was going nuts. What was that moment like?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, we love playing here this time of year. Hilton South always shows out. So just to hear them, kind of have our backs and show out for us in an important game means the most. We have the best fans in the country, and I think they showed that tonight, and they'll continue to show that. They're going to show out tomorrow for us. And yeah, I just want to, thank them for having our backs this whole season.
All right, middle left.
Tia Reed, the next. You guys shot 40 free throws tonight. Last time you guys played ASU, you shot 38. What is it about matching up with them that allows you guys to put so much foul pressure on them?
Coach.
Well, like Addie said, it's a matchup thing, and we really try and attack off the bounce. They're very, very aggressive, but when you have Addie, you have Audie that can create contact. Our guards are really good against pressure defense, and that was the game plan. We wanted to get to the free throw line. We wanted to attack them, make them defend, and our kids did a great job of it. And then we converted at the free throw line. So it's a big part of the game today, and I thought our kids were really good about it.
Coach, Audie played just 22 minutes tonight. Was that a matchup thing, or did you just kind of like the way Addie was shooting it and was playing more 5 out?
She fouled out. She was in foul trouble. That was the reason mainly that she only played 22 minutes was she had 3 fouls. She got her 4th right at the end of the 3rd quarter. So we tried to manage her minutes to try and figure it out. But luckily, I thought, obviously Addie was good. Willie was really good off the bench, got a couple extra minutes, but the foul trouble was the main thing that kept Audie on the bench tonight.
Sydney, I noticed you were kind of shaking your head when she was rattling off all the accomplishments for Addie tonight. What do you think about what she did?
I mean, it's impressive. I mean, it's awesome. I get to say that I play with her and Audie and, a bunch of people that can do some stuff like that. And it's just, I love this team. I love her, and when you see people do stuff like that, you just are happy for them.
How does this game compare? I looked up the stats of your last couple of Big 12 tournament games. This one seems significantly better. How does it feel to have a game like this?
It feels good. Just, it's not an individual thing. Just glad we were able to get the win and just keep it going tomorrow against a really good Baylor team.
Addie, what do you think about what Sydney was able to do tonight?
No, yeah, I mean, she brought the spark for us early on. I think we were kind of feeding off of each other. We were able to find her in some good places where she's going to knock those shots down, and she did. And she brought the energy on both ends, and that's what we needed.
For all three of you guys, what do you need tomorrow to go toe-to-toe with Baylor, and how are you going to attack them?
I'll take that. I'll take that one because I told them, don't even think about Baylor. That's the coach's job. Their job is to enjoy what they just did. So we move on so fast. So for us, it's Baylor just defensively overwhelmed us when we played them a couple weeks ago. So match their physicality, handle the ball. Obviously have to shoot the ball a lot better than we did down there, but it seems like it's March, Big 12 tournament, and we get to see Baylor again. So great team, one of the best teams in the country playing that way. So we'll figure out something, and I'm just glad we have to worry about it.
Addie, you were in the conversation with Brittany Griner's Big 12 record. You broke Ashley Jones's. What's it mean to have your name in the same conversation as those guys?
It's kind of crazy. It hasn't really set in yet. Those are obviously two really good basketball players, so I'm just gonna, like Coach said, enjoy what we did as a team and kind of just have this moment. And then tomorrow we start preparing for a really good team. But yeah, it's cool.
What was working for you tonight?
A little bit of everything. I think, my first two didn't go down. I just tried to stay positive and just next shot mentality. So that's kind of what I did. And I was getting looks early on from the three. They fell. Obviously I kind of saw the mismatch I had inside, took advantage of that, and just went from there.
Okay, over here.
Coach, it's a game of runs, right? Arizona State cut it to 10 in the fourth. Timeout. What'd you tell your ladies?
We got to finish. It was eerily similar to the game down there. We got a big lead, but they just keep playing. They're very skilled. Skinner and Brown are ultra-skilled offensive players. So, they did the same thing to us down there. They made some really tough shots. So, basically, everyone talks about finishing, but for us, it was just taking care of the ball, no live ball turnovers. Got to keep scoring. Sometimes you got to guard, and sometimes you got to outscore the other guy. And tonight, we had to outscore them.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it.
Shout out Will back there. Yep.
Yeah, my grandson told Addie she should get 50 tonight. And she only got 41.
Gosh, I'm sorry, Will. It's gonna be better coach than you one day, Coach.
Thank you. It's okay. Thank you. I know. I know. I don't know.
I saw that. I was like, I hope that's not something I'm supposed to know because
No, I think it's an oopsie.
I was like, I can't ask her or something.
I know. For the next 3 days. Yeah. Wow. The one with that shape. Yeah. Oh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hands off. There have to be some perks.
Yeah, just so they can wipe it off and not. Last time you seen Chuck, so they can just line it up and number it instead of.
Ah.
I think it's funny, you can just see how old the chairs are from how many Chuck wipes are. Yeah. But how much is so much? They really just got away with their hands.
I know. I know. Dropping of names.
Oh, turn it up. Yeah, it was off before. Wait.
Peanut. I like their BLTs. That's my thing. The peanut.
You're such a pookie.
Arizona State is on the way, so we can stop talking about food. No, I'm kidding. Good to see you all. Here you go. Stop it, Commissioner. We're joined by Arizona State head coach Natasha Adair, student athletes Ty Skinner and Jalen Brown. Coach, if you'd start with a comment, please.
Well, sorry that we're a little delayed. Commissioner stopped us in the hall and he chatted it up with Ty and Ice. And I can say I've been a part of a lot of different conferences, but for the commissioner to come to the locker room to greet the student athletes is first class. So I just wanted to start with that.
Thank you.
We talked about finishing on empty, and I thought our group did. We talked about controlling the controllables, and we left everything on the floor. I mean, it was 2-3 possession game, and I just thought every player that touched the floor showed up today. And I told our players it was not obviously the outcome that we wanted, but to finish the fourth with 29 points, you know, when you go through the stats, and we pretty much led in every category except one. And that one we really don't have a lot of control over. But it wasn't for a lack of fight, it wasn't for a lack of toughness, and we played to the final buzzer.
Thank you. Questions? Right here, middle left, David. Yeah. Type, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
You guys were outscored 28-17 the first quarter. I think it was after Brown hit the her third three-pointer.
Yeah.
You were visibly frustrated when you calling your timeout.
Mm-hmm.
What were you trying to get your team to do defensively that you felt they weren't doing when she went on her run and was hitting from outside?
Well, we just had to contest the three. The goal was, we know that it's either a three or a layup. And we remember playing them last time and what they shot from three. And so that was the game plan coming right out of the gate. So the frustration was not giving them those looks. And so when we called the timeout, we did a phenomenal job after that first quarter. But just starting the game, we just needed to make sure we contested those threes and run them off the three-point line.
And then defensively with her, she ended up with more than 40 points.
Yep.
In terms of the defensive matchup, was there ever a thought of trying to switch and have someone other than Hannah guard her? Or
Oh, we did. Did you see it? We had Hannah guard her, we had Ice guard her, we had Heavenly Greer guard her, we had Kennedy Basham guard her. Take your pick. You know, I'll give her just due. I mean, she had a heck of a game. At this level, I mean, there are elite players on the floor. I look at our stats, and we had 4 players in double figures, almost 5. I'm never going to shy away from a player who had a phenomenal night. But yes, we had more than one person guard her.
And Coach, like you look at the second quarter, you look at the third quarter, close quarters. The fourth quarter was your guys's, but the first, just after she hit those threes, after Brown hit those threes, it just seemed to get away. What did those shots just do for the momentum going the other way?
Any time that you know you're on defense and you're flying around and you close out, and depending on 3 seconds left on the clock, I mean, it lets the air out of the room. But this time of year, it's next play. And we made adjustments. And so when I look at that happened. But then you look at the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter. You can't spot any team, especially, you know, Bill Finley does a phenomenal job, right? They're a really good team. And they shoot the ball extremely well from three. So the plan was to not let them. But again, am I excited that happened? No. But we made an adjustment, and the team responded.
Luke Lundler, Walter Cronkite Sports Network. Ty, when you checked out of the game at the very end, you and Coach A kind of shared an embrace. You've battled through a lot to be here, and you played a long, pretty successful season. What does the future hold for you, and kind of what were the emotions like at the end of this game?
I don't know. I was just grateful. I don't know what the future holds for me. God got that in His hands, so I just trust in the process, you know. Yeah, I don't know. But the emotions, I mean, I'm never too sad. I know I'm always going to play basketball in the future. Whether I go pro, stay in college for another year, I do have another year eligibility. So I'm not really worried about too much. Coach A got me, my family got me, God got me. So, yeah, I mean, I know I gave everything I got to ASU, and wherever I'm at, I'm always trying to give my all on the court. So I don't really have no regrets when it comes to basketball. So not too sad. I can keep playing in the future.
And Jalen, you played 40 minutes tonight, played the whole night. Kind of tough way to end the season, but what do you take from how you've played alongside Ty this year, the first time you guys have shared the court together?
Like Ty said, it's just a blessing. I never take basketball, I don't want to say too seriously, but it's basketball. You know, you want to enjoy it. You want to live in the moment. And I think being here at ASU, I met so many amazing people, and our seniors are like the sweetest people you will ever meet. So just being able to play with them, it's really fun, honestly. I learned a lot along the way. We've all learned a lot along the way, but just to continue to thrive and push through all of the adversity that we face, as long as we're doing it together, I'm on any ride.
Coach, no, it wasn't the outcome that you guys wanted. What positives do you take from this going into next season?
So many. I mean, we competed. And, you know, with a team that pretty much lost 3 to 4 starters throughout the season, this team never quit. And it was next woman up. You know, we got to see so many bright spots. We were in there talking about Heavenly Greer stepped up. We talked about Hannah Miller, who hadn't played pretty much all season until the tournament. Had a big tournament for us. Addison Novosel is a senior, but she stepped up. So I guess for me, it's about how we grew together. We couldn't have predicted the adversity that we were going to face, but we can show them how to respond and how to deal with it, right? And that's a growth moment. So right now I'm not thinking about next year. right? I want to enjoy this time with this group, and there were so many takeaways. I mean, they're in the record books. Jalen got her 1,000th point at ASU. Ty got her 1,000th point at ASU. Ty is in the record books. I mean, there's so many firsts for this group. And so we will highlight those and celebrate the contributions, and then figure out what's next.
Jalen, the outside shot wasn't falling for you early like it did last night. Mentally, how did that affect your early shot?
Shooters gonna keep shooting. Amen. I think that like basketball, it's a bunch of highs and lows. But if I would have clocked out of the game early because I missed a couple of shots, we wouldn't have been as close as we were to winning. So for me, I mean, I see the shots going all the time. So I missed a couple. I'm like, it's okay. We're gonna make the next one. And my teammates encouraged me the entire time to stay positive and to just do what I do. So that's what I decided to do in the second half coming into the game.
Tia.
For all of you, another season that didn't really go your all's way, had a lot of injuries, but getting to the Big 12 tournament, winning the first round, and being able to put up a fight against Iowa State, how did it feel, just kind of your reflections on the year and being a part of leading ASU into this new era in the Big 12?
Grateful but never satisfied. We're grateful that we got a conference win. I think it was the first time
in 6 years.
Yeah, and it's good to do it in our first year. Hopefully it give us momentum going into next year, but just grateful but never satisfied.
I think it's always work to do. As an athlete, there's always work to do. And with the NCAA and how everybody just moving around, you don't even know how things are going to end up next year. So just to continue to thrive with what you have and believe in each other, because all you really have is the person next to you when you're on the court. So that's about it.
There was a lot of foul calls. How much harder does it make to play good quality defense when the whistle is like that?
Extremely hard. You're playing the whole game. I know no basketball player wants the refs to get too involved. You want it to leave it up to the players. So just playing against that, it's my first time out of 5 years of being in college, the foul count has been like this, or even 40 free throws to 18. But it's nothing you can really control. That's kind of above us, but it is hard to play when the refs are so much involved in every possession, every play. So
it's kind of scary. You don't want to touch nobody. You don't want to breathe on nobody too hard. But what I will say is I think our team did a good job at adjusting it. We did have a couple people foul out. However, I think that the people who came in were ready. So you kind of just got to do what you got to do in that moment, and I think that that's what we did.
They said it all.
Right here in the
You
right.
guys were so effective playing zone yesterday. It's a team that struggled from the outside tonight. The first quarter they shot pretty well, but was there ever an idea to try some zone, or did you like your matchups across the board?
Not a chance.
Nope.
Not a chance.
All right. Any more questions? All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Now have a great rest of your day. Trip home. Safe.